Hello and welcome back to yet another Transformers third-party review on my channel. And today I have finally received my Transcraft TC-02 Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. Thanks to the seller, he came in a brown box and a bubble wrap, and officially this is basically his box. And let's take a look at him together. So this is basically the box art. As you can see him here. Beetle T-02, it's T-02, yeah, and then his robot mode here with the Transcraft logo, and then this is the alternate mode, car mode, and then another robot mode here, and that's it. So let's open him up. Right, so I believe this would be the manual, the guide. And then this is the first time I'm seeing a packaging like this. Comes with this hard sponge, I would call it, yeah. So he has 4 accessories. But let's take a look at the figure first. So here he is. So it's very different from the usual third-party packaging. Maybe because this is a totally different company, different manufacturer. And let's take a look at the accessories. So the first one, you've got this sword, or perhaps chainsaw-like sword. And we've still got another one here with a different shape of sword. And here is his hand cannon. And the last one would be the battle mode. Head sculpt. This is the battle mode head sculpt. So my first comment on him would be his overall looks, and I believe he is the most accurate figure that we've got for the Transformers Bumblebee movie. Of course, there is the 3830's figure, which will always be the top in terms of the accuracy. But as you know, that's not a transformable figure. So when they are not a transformable figure, you can just simply, make them as accurate as possible, right? But this one is a transformable figure that's been pushed high up in terms of the accuracy, better than any other figure that I've seen. So later I'll share some pictures to compare him with the other figures that we've got. And now the overall feels of this figure. So if I hold him, I can feel that, premium feeling for this size of figure. So he has some weight on him because he has this die-cast, few die-cast parts, although not many, but it did add to his weight. And some parts are mistaken for die-cast because of the paint job. So for example, this part here, all of this looks like die-cast because they are very well painted. The paint application are superb. As you can see, there are some weathering all over his parts here. And don't worry if you're seeing some parts that does not have weathering, okay? Because this figure works like a magic. Because when he is in his alternate mode, in the Beetle car, it's basically hide all these weathering effects. So the car will be very nice with a clean yellow color, Just a little bit of dirt, over the fender because of the tires effect. But it's a very smart move, smart painting from the manufacturer. He is very detailed. If you look at from the top, his head. Let me just put him down a little bit. So he has this movable antenna, I would say. He has. Okay, you can see his face here, the sculpt are very smart indeed. Brilliant sculpt. And you can see those details. He has like a black wash or weathering effects all over his part, on his shoulders, the thigh, the arm. Very nice and very detailed figure. And now a quick look at his articulation. So I would say, so let's take a look at the head articulation. He has this ball joint, which makes him very posable. You can move his head. Here is also ball joint, so meaning that you can move to left, right, back or forward. Same goes to the head, very smart move indeed. And also there's an extension, so meaning that you can make him look up like so. But overall, a smart use of a ball joint. And then of course you have this 360 rotation on the shoulder, up and down. And then if you move this up a little bit, then you can rotate his upper arm here. Another 360 move. And then this is his elbow joint. You have that nice angle over there. And then yet again another smart move by using a ball joint on his wrist, meaning that it can be rotated freely. And also a nice thumb, again another ball joint, so that will make him move freely for the thumb. But for the fingers, they are all combined together, so you've got these two articulation. So the first one and the second one, that's it. And then you also have a rotation, 360 rotation on his waist. This is part of the transformation. And then if we look at this, it's basically, that part is basically stopping it from going up further. But other than that, you've got a very nice angle on the kick up and then at the back. And here you don't have rotation, but you can use the upper hip joint to make a rotation as far as that. And then the knee bend is what seems to be, oh, this one came up, just bear with me, let me put this back. Right, so the knee bend, again another smart move. As you can see, it has that absorber like articulation, so whenever it's straight it's like so, but when you bend his knee, you can see that extended part over there. Now to the ankle, there's not many moves to the ankle. There's up and down, but not that much. But then the tilt is a bit difficult. To the left is fine, this is part of the transformation, but to the right there's almost none, so meaning that you will always have this angle where you can see that the top part of the leg is like so, and then there's a flat angle on the foot. So you won't be able to move it to the right, just to the left. So this is because of the transformation. It's limiting the movement because lots of parts is in here. So you'll know once you've transformed him. But overall, he is a very good looking figure. I would say the joints are very tight, and I could say that sometimes at some parts it's unnecessarily tight because you could break it because it's too tight. There are some parts that can be broken easily if you did not move him carefully. Now with weapons attachment, there is a nice slider over here, and that's it. Very nice indeed. It's the same with the other sword here. And then for the cannon, it's another smart move here, I would say. So there you go. So his hand will rest on it, as you can see here, and yet it will form a gun. On his body, he's also have some smart ball joint just to make it more posable. For example, this chest piece here, it's on ball joint, as you can see there. Okay, so you can move it freely just to make some room for the pose. Okay, also this part here, and also this shoulder here. So those can be moved freely. Now a quick comparison with the other models of this Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. A credit to a Facebook page with the name Trans Fans, and also from the original source of the picture, Shen2 Toy Box. You can see the pictures here, the comparison between Zeta, Transcraft and few others. So the only downside, I believe, for the Transcraft is that it's a bit shorter and it does not stand that well against the Optimus Prime. I believe Zeta has better size, and also the 3A if you want to consider that. So please visit and like the Trans Fans. You can see lots of details, pictures being shared over there. And now a quick comparison with the TWF09 Optimus Prime from the same Bumblebee movie. And as you can see here, it looks like the Bumblebee is a little bit shorter than he's supposed to be. So let's take a look at this clip here.
Old friend, you kept this planet safe. Because of you, we have a future, B-127.
And from the clip, I believe he should be a tad bit taller, maybe just past Optimus waistline. And it's also the same if you compare with the other Optimus Prime that we've got, for example the M09 Weijiang, or perhaps the 30. They are all almost the same height, about 29 centimeters tall. And in this case, I believe the Zeta version of the Bumblebee has a better size, a better scale for the Bumblebee. And here he is with other MPM scale figures. And I would simply say he is definitely an MPM scale. And as usual, I will be splitting this video into two, where the transformation review video will be in a separate video because it's too long. Nobody would want to watch a 45 minutes review video. So I've split it into two. Please find the link in the description below. Other than that, you can visit my Facebook page and also my Instagram page for any news, for any discussion. Cheers then. Bye.